Follow along with me as I create an Etsy shop from scratch. In this video, we're going to focus on signing up, getting a logo, cover art made, and by the time this video is over, you will have a completely set up Etsy shop. Whether you're using it to sell products at home or you're starting an online side hustle, this is your starting point for that process. So let's dive in. If you're a beginner, no detail is too small. So many videos overlook tiny details that will leave you in the dark and make you stop. So I want to show you every step of the way with as little cutting out things that seem unnecessary as possible. Feel free to save this video, pause, go back, do whatever you need to do for your pace to get what you need out of this video. Right here, we are at Etsy.com. That's all you need to go. Just Google Etsy or type in Etsy.com, and this is the home page. Up here in the top right, we're going to hit sign in. Now, we don't have an account yet, so we can't actually sign in with anything. So instead, we're going to hit register in this little sign in window. Now, here you'll type in your email address, first name, and password. Or you can use your Google, Facebook, or Apple account and link it automatically so that you can just start an account with all those credentials. But for my sake, I'm actually going to start with an email address and then the normal fields. But to do that, I need to create a Gmail account. If you don't know how to create a Gmail account, I'm going to be going over that. And I'm just going to start one from scratch. Before we get there, I want to come up with a shop name so that my email account matches it. This isn't a requirement. You don't have to do that. But just for the sake of managing my side hustle all in one area, I want to make sure that all the names kind of make sense for all the account details that go together. So I'm going to hop into ChatGPT for a minute because I'm just going to have it give me a name based off of what I'm looking for. So for my shop, I'm going to be setting up Tumblr wraps, PNGs, digital design artwork, basically, that I'm going to be selling on my Etsy shop. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT here in a minute to generate 20 names based off of those criteria, and we're just going to pick one because we don't need to overcomplicate this. As you can see, I typed it to ChatGPT without refining it. I spelled things wrong. I was clunky with my wording, anything like that. I don't care. When I'm using AI, I know it's going to fill in the gaps for me and give me exactly what I want. So it gave me 20 names, and I'm just going to pick one. I kind of like this digital sip studio. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to go with that. Now that I've chosen one of those names, I'm going to hop back over to a gmail.com tab. So go open up a new tab, go to gmail.com, and we're going to create an account with that name that we chose. All right, I'm in Gmail. We're on a sign-in page. I'm going to click Create Account. Just do for your personal use. You don't have to worry about that too much. I'll go ahead and type my actual first and last name, as you guys know. I don't care if it's capitalized or not. Next. Just pick a random birthday. I don't really care what it is. And if you want to use your personal account, no worries. We're just going to see if this works for us. I just pasted that name in there, got rid of the spaces. That name's already taken. So I'm just going to add shop on the end of it, and we'll see if that's already taken. It's not. So looks like my name for my Gmail account is going to be Digital Sip Studio Shop. So dumb email address, but for the sake of this video, we're just creating one for this purpose. All right. Password, choose whatever your password is, enter it twice, show password so that you know they match, and click next. I'll skip to that part after I do that. Type in your phone number so that you can do verification codes with it. I hit next to obviously hide my phone number, and you should get a text on your phone that lets you verify that account. 615209 is my code. All right, recovery email address. I'm going to skip this, but if you want to, go ahead and enter one in. This just helps you recover your email if you forget your password later and you don't have your phone. On the next screen, I won't show it because it has my phone number on it, but it will just confirm the details that you've entered so far, and you just hit next. Scroll down through the privacy and terms and click agree. Confirm. And we should be set here in a minute. Okay, now we have a Gmail account and we are logged in. This is going to help us because if there's any confirmations, just like how we had to do with our phone and Gmail, if Etsy needs that, then we can hop right in here and confirm that. We are back to the Etsy create your account stage now that you have an email address created or you've chosen one that you already have. I am going to enter my new Gmail address in here to sign up. It's digitalsipstudioshop@gmail.com. Feel free to follow the shop once we create it, and then you'll be able to see the progress that I'm making as we go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my name on here. Type in a password. Register. We're gonna click the register button once you have all of that filled out. Perfect. We are in. We technically have an account created, but as you can see here up in the top right corner, there's no thumbnail. That's where typically your profile image or your thumbnail would go for your account. So we're going to click on that. So Cameron, view your profile. Now, before I get any further, I do want to point out that you'll have like a personal account. Then you'll create a shop on top of that account, and it can kind of get confusing. It still is a little bit confusing to me, but it's not that important. If you start to get confused, just know that there's some layers to this. It's not going to make or break you. It's not going to make anything fail. It might get confusing for a second here or there once we start getting things going, but you'll know by the end of it if you're good to go. Again, I just don't want to scare you. But anyway, we're going to click view your profile and just see where we're at. Okay, nothing to see here. It says we have no profile image. It just says our name, edit public profile, all of that. Before we go to edit public profile, we want to create a profile image that's going to be the same profile image across our shop. Some people put a personal photo here, and then when they create their shop has a separate profile image. I don't do that. I just make sure it's across the board the same thing because it confuses me when I look at it myself, and it just feels like it's a bunch of separate stuff. So we're going to go ahead and create our profile image right now. And we can do that one of two ways. We're either going to use Canva and create something. If you don't already have something already, like a logo or something that you just feel like throwing on there, you can use a personal image, whatever. Most people don't even care what it is. And most of them look like crap on Etsy anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But if you're wanting it to look really nice, follow along. We're going to use ChatGPT or Canva. Both of them work. If you pay for ChatGPT, it can create images for you. So I am just going to make one quickly in there so that you know what to do. And then in Canva, you can create one for free within Canva as well. So let's go into ChatGPT first, and then we'll hop into Canva. Now that we have that name, I'm going to say, take that name and what my shop is about and create a vector style logo image that I can use for my shop. Okay, I said create a vector style logo image that I can use for my shop based on name number 2 and the background details I've already given you. This chooses the name that we did and the stuff that I already did. So let's just see if it does one for me. As you can see, AI can be stupid sometimes. So let's refine this. I said ignore anything about cups. I just need a simple logo contained within a circle to use for my brand. Let's see. Sometimes if you get AI down a path, there we go. Digital Sip Studio. So you can use that. Again, you could play around. I'm not going to take too long on this. You could keep refining this and playing it around and trying again and trying new chats, or you could just download this, move on, upload it, and go. But for the sake of this, we're going to dive into Canva really quick and go from there. Now over here on the left, after I've typed in logo into the templates, again, we are on this top tab right here, design, and then I typed in logo, so it gives me logo templates. You can go to elements and just get logo pieces and build a logo yourself, but you don't really have to if you're just looking to get something made. So like these ones over here, you can see they have a little crown for the pro. You have to be paying for Canva. I do pay for Canva, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you one that's free so that you don't have to do that. Like this one right here, very simple logo. We could change the color in the background to something like brighter if we wanted to, just to have it kind of cool. And then we can, what was the shop name? Digital Sip something. Digital Sip Studio. So we can call it DSSS because it was Digital Sip Studio Shop. If you want to do something like that and just keep the logo that simple. But I'm going to refine a little bit, create something a little bit better, and you can skip this part if you want, or you can follow along. I may just speed ramp this so that you can just kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, that took way longer than it needed for a logo that's not even that good, but we're going to go ahead and use this one. I just created a purple and lavender looking one. It's called Digital Sip. Let me move this over just a little bit. But we're going to download this and use this as our cover image. And hopefully it works just fine. So I'm going to go up here and hit share, download. I'm just going to download as 500 by 500. I'm not going to mess with any of the things, and I'm going to hit download. So let's head over to our Etsy shop and see if we can upload this image to our profile. Again, we haven't clicked on anything. There's going to be this tiny little camera icon. I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to go to my downloads if you aren't there already, and I'm going to click the digital sip or whatever your logo is. Just find it and upload it here like you would typically to anything else. And it fits in there perfectly as a circle, digital sip. Again, you don't have to really read whatever the text is on it. We just want it to be cohesive and make a lot of sense. Now, I'm going to click on the Edit Public Profile. Once I click on that, it does say that I must verify my email address before completing your public profile. That's exactly why we made sure our account was ready. And if I go back to my Gmail account, I have one email. It says confirm your Etsy account. We're going to do just that. And now we're confirmed, and it has opened up a new tab. But I'm going to go back to my old tab. You can do it however you want. I'm just going to refresh this tab, and everything should be good to go. As you can see, I already have a profile picture in there, and it is the exact logo that I already did. If you want, you can try to adjust that. I could have made my logo bigger, smaller, but I like how it's centered. I love how it looks right there. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can change this later, but I like this. Now, the next thing down, your name. I am going to go ahead and leave this as my name, especially because it'll help you guys find it if you want to follow it. This is not the name of your shop. This is the name of your personal profile. Again, this could have been a picture of you. We haven't created a store necessarily. This is like the base account. It's kind of like Facebook. If you were to create a Facebook profile and then you created a Facebook page, you can make the page separate images and names and all that, but you still have your Facebook profile. This is kind of like that in a way, if that helps you make sense of it all. I'm not going to worry about any of this stuff. You don't need to fill out any of this, but you absolutely can. Again, since this is a separate thing, at the bottom, include on your profile, shop, favorite items, favorite shops. Feel free to uncheck those. I'm going to keep them, especially if you guys are going to be following the shop at all. I want to make sure that you know if I'm favoriting anything or any of that. So now that we have that, I'm going to hit view profile up here. Now that we have a profile created, up here in the top, we're going to click that little image that is basically the stuff for our profile, and we're going to go down to sell on Etsy. And that's where we're going to get started. Literally what I said in the middle, get started. After you hit get started, you're just going to have to go through a few prompts. So what brings you to Etsy? I'm just starting to sell for the first time ever. I have a business. I want to start selling online. I want to expand my online business. Let's go ahead and say we're selling for the first time ever. I'm going to go ahead and skip all of this, rest of this. I don't care about that. I'm going to hit start new shop. Now, shop language, shop currency, and country are all correct for me. If you have different criteria, go in there, change those things. I'm going to hit save and continue. Enter my shop name. Don't mind if I do. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. And let's see if we can just stick with that. But you're going to have to get rid of the spaces. Okay. Let's see if I can add shop in there. Cool. Now it matches my email exactly. So that's perfect for me. I know saying studio shop is kind of stupid. I don't really care. Nobody really cares. I'm just doing this and moving on. Okay. Now that we're in for category, we are going to type in digital. And then go ahead and put files, even though it's not going to show that. And we're going to hit this last one right here. That's on my screen. It may be different on yours. Art, collectibles, drawing, illustration, digital. We're also going to click digital files here. For who made it, we're going to select I did. For what is it, we're going to call it a finished product. For when was it made, choose under the recently, the top option 2020 to 2025. And how is this digital content created? By me. It's created by me. Because in the future, sometimes we'll use AI. Sometimes we will use Canva. We can alter these per listing if you want, but for now, hit created by me. Save and continue. Now, it's having you start with listing an item on Etsy. So this can be whatever you want. If you already have something, cool. I don't yet. So I'm just going to put my logo on here and list it. It's going to cost a listing fee. This is how you get your stuff going. You just have to deal with that. So I'm just going to call this shop logo design. Oh, if I can spell it correctly. Design. Add up to 10 photos. I'm going to go grab my logo and I'm just going to put it in here. Good. Now we have something. Perfect. Digital files. So this is a thumbnail image. These are like example images that we just added. Now the digital file will actually be the logo, and we will end up like removing this once we get started. You just have to get it going. Again, this is just what I'm doing because this process is kind of stupid to me, but we're just going to make it happen. We're going to put $1 in there. Quantity, let's just say we have 90 of them. None of this matters. You don't have to match what I'm putting exactly. I'm not going to fill out anything that I don't have to. This already says digital file. This already has a category, even though there's a search function there. Shop section, no returns, automatic, save and continue. We'll see if I missed anything. I did not. Great job on first listing. Do this later. Perfect. We got past that next section. Now we are on how you'll get paid. So this is when you will put whether you're an individual or business. I'm just going to put individual and just put my personal information in there, which will be all of this. Once you're done filling out all of your business or personal information, you get to link a bank account. That I will also leave up to you. I'm not going to walk you through that one. You'll have to do that one on your own, and we will skip to the future of this video, and I'll meet you on the other side of filling out all this personal detail. I'm just going to say this right now. Starting an Etsy shop, it's a lot more secure than it used to be. Because this is my first time creating a new one in a while, and now that we're on this side of it, I had to confirm a lot more. So I had to go downstairs, take a picture of my ID, confirm it with my face with like a selfie mode thing that they had on my phone afterwards. They made it really user-friendly and easy, but just so you know, I didn't expect that. But now we're here. Now we're past all that. So let's keep going. Next, you have to share your billing info. In here, add a credit card that you're going to be using to pay for your listing fees, which every time you list something new, it's like 20 cents. And then apparently, now, this is also new to me, you have to pay $15 up front as a one-time setup fee. I imagine that this is going to be, this is kind of like to keep new people who aren't serious out. So if you're serious and you're ready to get going, pay this fee and I'll meet you on the other side. Okay, now that you've entered a credit card, you've paid your stupid fee, we are on to the shop security. So it did have me enter a phone number to SMS verify the shop again. And now we have backup codes that should be on your screen at this point. Go ahead and save these. It's definitely like a very, very big backup security thing or something like this. But if you think about it, there are some people on Etsy making millions of dollars a year. So having these, it may seem kind of stupid and small right now for you. But if for some reason you ever grow your shop and you take it seriously and it becomes like a whole business for you, then having these might just save you some headaches. So we're going to click save to your device. Save those anywhere you want. Rename them if you need to. And we're going to hit open your shop. All right. Our shop is open. Excited to get started. So here you can go ahead and explore your shop manager. I'm not going to do that, but this might be good for you to do that if you're new. And down here in the bottom left, there's sales channels. We're going to click on that top one that has our name on it right there. And then here, we're going to hit edit shop in the top left. This is where we can add our logo again. So go in there, find your file, upload it. Our name is already there. You can see we have our personal profile on the side. And you can go through and underneath your name, you can hit add shop title. This will help you with Google, SEO, all that stuff. Feel free to add a location if you want to. You can add a shop announcement. We may be going over that in a future video. But for the most part, you are all good to go. If you want, you can add a video about you. You can add photos about you or what your work looks like. You can really customize this and do whatever you want. Now, If you want, go back, have ChatGPT or Canva create a banner image for you, and you can customize your shop a lot. But now that your shop is created, you should be good to start selling. We're going to be talking about that in one of my next videos, but this video is just all about the setup process. Hopefully you learned and got your shop set up for you, and I'm excited to get started and start making a bunch of money together. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.